Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right in to decode this whole AI naming game. We're going to figure out what Google's new creative tools really are and, why they should matter to you. So, if you've been feeling like you're caught in a whirlwind of new AI names and tools lately, you are definitely not alone. I mean, the pace is just dizzying, right? It feels like every single week there's a new, kind of strangely named model that promises to change, well, everything. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to understand what Google is actually building, how it stacks up against the competition, and what it all means for how we're going to be creating things in the, very near future. Okay, so here's the game plan for today's Explainer. We'll start by cracking the code on all these names, then we'll meet the main AI players. We'll see how they're already showing up in your apps and your phones. Then we'll check out the competition and the risks involved, and we'll finish up by asking, is this all just hype or is it the real deal? First up, the naming game. Because to really understand what these tools are, we have to start with the one strange name that pretty much took the internet by storm. It all kicked off when this mysterious but incredibly powerful AI image editor just appeared on a public testing site. Literally, nobody knew who made it. But its internal codename, Nano Banana, went completely viral because people were just blown away by what this thing could do. And that whole viral mystery leads us directly to Google's official creative AI lineup. So let's meet the main characters in this story. Okay, first, you've got Veo. Think of Veo as Google's heavy hitter for video. It's their answer to generating entire video scenes, sound and all, just from a simple text description. And we're talking high-def, cinematic-style clips. Pretty cool. Next up is Imagen. This is the powerhouse for still images. So where Veo handles the video, Imagen is all about creating these super realistic and highly detailed pictures, again, just from your text prompts. And here it is, the big reveal. That viral Nano Banana was, in fact, Google all along. Its official, slightly less fun name is Gemini 2.5 Flash Image. It's a really powerful new model in their main AI family. Now, what's really fascinating is that these tools aren't just stuck in some lab somewhere. Nope, they're already being baked into the professional software you might be using every single day. And it's all thanks to some huge industry partnerships. So Google has teamed up with Adobe to basically embed its whole AI suite, that's Gemini, Veo, and Imagen, directly into tools like Photoshop and Premiere Pro. The goal here is pretty clear. Let creative professionals speed up their workflow, like a lot, and generate content that's perfectly on brand, but way faster. And one of the standout features directly targets the huge creator economy. It's an AI-powered tool that can quickly whip up vertical videos for YouTube Shorts. It's basically designed to make jumping on the latest viral trend easier than it has ever been before. But it's not just for pros. This tech is also shrinking down to fit right inside your pocket. Google is making a huge push for AI that lives on your device, but, well, there are a few catches. Yeah, so here's the crucial point. Not all on-device AI is the same. The flagship Pixel 9, it gets Gemini Nano XS, that's extra small, which is always on and gets text, images, and audio. But the cheaper Pixel 9a gets Gemini Nano XXS, extra small, which only kicks in when you ask it to and only understands text. And that means the 9A misses out on some really powerful features, like searchable screenshots and call summaries. Of course, Google isn't doing all this in a vacuum. I mean, it's facing some seriously stiff competition. And, like every other company building these powerful tools, it's dealing with some very real technical and ethical questions. So when you put Google's Veo up against its main rival, OpenAI's Sora 2, you start to see different game plans. Sora's basic model is cheaper per second, and it looks like it's aimed at creators making quick, viral stuff. Veo, on the other hand, its fast tier offers higher resolution for a bit more money, which kind of positions it for more professional production workflows. Now, under the hood, these models are just incredibly complex. Veo uses this process called latent diffusion. The best way to think about it is it starts with digital noise, kind of like old TV static, and then step by step, it refines it into a clear video. It's a super efficient way to do it. But, building something this powerful is way more than just a technical challenge. And this is a huge point, and it comes directly from Google's own researchers.
In their own technical report for VO, they straight up acknowledge that these models can learn from and even amplify the biases that already exist in our society just from the data they're trained on. It's a massive challenge that every major AI company is trying to solve.
Okay, so with this tech out in the wild, how are people actually reacting to it? Well, the response has been this really fascinating mix of just pure, unadulterated fun and some pretty healthy skepticism. On one hand, you've got this absolute explosion of creativity. That nano banana trend of turning your selfies into little 3D toy figurines, it completely took over social media. People were making everything from spooky Halloween posters to entire storybooks about their pets as wizards. And all this viral fun brought in over 10 million new users to the Gemini app in just a few weeks. That's huge. But on the other hand, there's this growing sense of caution. As this Reddit user points out, a lot of people feel like the crazy focus on AI and product reviews is more about marketing than it is about a truly revolutionary experience. And maybe, just maybe, it comes at the expense of talking about the core functions of the phone itself. Which really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? We're seeing AI get baked into our creative tools, into our phones, and it has this incredible potential, but also some real risks. So, are we watching the start of a true creative revolution that's going to empower all of us? Or is this just the next big thing in how tech companies market and sell us their products? Honestly, the answer to that is still being written.